Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to everyone. Hello, my name is HANNA. You can call me Dia. I'm 11 years old and I study in a beautiful school, SK Haji Ramli, Perak. My school code is ABA 3017. Do you believe in witches? Do you think witches always wear silly black hats and a black cloak? And they ride on a broomstick? Aha! If you read this book, you will know that witches don't look like what I said earlier. And they don't ride on a broomstick because this is not a fairy tale. Well, today I'm going to share with all of you a book that I've read during my recent school holiday entitled The Witches. Before that, let me tell you why I chose this book. First, it is my favorite genre, which is fantasy. I love fantasy because I can imagine a lot of magical, creepy, and weird things. Second, I think my teacher is a witch because she always knows when we didn't do our homework. This book was written by my favorite author, Roald Dahl. For those who doesn't know him, Roald Dahl was a British novelist, short story writer, poet, screenwriter, and wartime fighter pilot of Norwegian descent. His book has sold more than 250 million copies worldwide. Dahl has been called one of the greatest storytellers for children of the 20th century. Other books by Roald Dahl that I've read are Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Matilda. Let's start by talking about the book itself. The cover is very beautiful and the unique illustration really caught my attention. This book is illustrated by Quentin Blake. On the top part of the cover is the name of the author, Roald Dahl. And here is the title, The Witch. This book contains 224 pages with interesting images that help me to understand the story better. This edition is published in 2007 by the Penguin Group. On the very first page of this book, the readers are introduced to the main character of the story. Here is the boy, the main character, his grandmother, Mr. and Miss Jenkins, the Grand High Witch, Mr. Stinger, and Bruno Jenkins. I think this is a good idea because when I read the story, I can imagine the look of each character in the story. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the story. It starts by the boy telling about his parents who got into an accident and passed away. It was so sad and he had to go and live with his grandmother. Grandmama is an old sick woman, but she knows a lot about witches. Grandmama always told her grandson about how a real witch looked like. The boy and his grandmother had to move to England and he had to enter a new school. Because of his grandmother's stories about the witch, the boy had already prepared himself and did not scare of the witch. One day, Grandmama was sick and both of them stayed in a seaside hotel in England. This is when the boy encountered a meeting of witches. He overheard that the witches were planning to banish all children in the country by turning them into mice and get their parents to kill them. With the help of his grandmother, the boy managed to stop the witches' plan. In this book, the character that I like the most is the boy. Even though I don't know his name, this is because he is very imaginative and brave. He was so determined to fight the witches. Grandmama is a funny character, but I don't really like her smoking the cigar. The character that I really hate in the story, of course, the Grand High Witch. She is an ugly witch and she is very cruel. She hates children and uses a special poison to turn children into mice. There are some parts in the story are creepy and scary, but I like them. This will make me have more courage and become braver. For those who enjoy a little bit dark, scary, and fantasy story, I really recommend this book to you. Last but not least, do you know that there are 2 movies created based on this story? You can check it yourself. I think this is all from me. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.